In this video lesson, we'll learn about one more property of the exponent. That is when you take the power of an exponent. Let me show you what I mean by the power of an exponent. Let's say you have something like 7 to the second squared, and this expression all cubed. So we have the third power of an exponent, and the exponent here is 7 to the second. Now the property here is we've already had addition and we've had subtraction. So this one's multiplication. 7 to the 2 times 3, or 7 to the 6th power. So here's a brief explanation why. So we have 7 times 7 is 7 to the second. And we're taking this whole expression to the third power. So what we get is 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, where the expression in parentheses 7 times 7 is repeated 3 times. But if it's repeated 3 times, and in each time it's repeated there are 2 sevens, there are 3 pairs of sevens, or in other words, 3 times 2 sevens. So there's 6 sevens. So we get 7 to the 6th. And that's sort of why this rule works that way. So now let's take a look at another example. Let's say we have 8 to the 4th. We can actually reduce the base in this to 2, because 8 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. And that's 2 cubed. So let's say we want to rewrite this so that instead of 8 to a power, we got 2 to a power. Then we have 2 cubed and all of this to the 4th. Well, what's our rule here? Our rule is multiply. We have 3 times 4. So 2 to the 3 times 4. And that's 2 to the 12th. So we have 8 to the 4th and 2 to the 12th are the same number. Alright, so let's look at another example. Let's say we have 2 squared times 2 to the negative 3 all squared. So now we're going to have to use some of the rules we've learned before. For example, multiplying exponents. So first, look in the parentheses and simplify that. This is multiplying exponents, so we add 2 plus negative 3. So I get 2 to the 2 plus negative 3, which is just 2 to the negative 1. So now we can replace the inside of the parentheses with 2 to the negative 1. In this whole expression, we're squaring. So we have 2 to the negative 1 all to the 2 to the second power. So we multiply these and we get 2 to the negative 2, because negative 1 times 2 is just negative 2. Alright, and another example. Let's say we have 2 cubed over 2 to the negative 2 times 4. So again, we want to break this problem apart. First, we're dividing exponents. And remember, when we divide exponents, we subtract powers. So we have 2 to the 3rd over 2, but 2 is just 2 to the 1. So overall, we get 2 to the 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2 to the second power, 2 squared. Alright, so we can replace the little circled part with 2 to the second. And we're taking this to the negative 2 power, and then afterwards multiplying by 4. So now we use our power of an exponent rule. We have 2 squared to the negative 2. So what is that equal to? I'll do it separately to the side here. It's just equal to 2 to the 2 times negative 2. Or in other words, when we simplify, 2 to the negative 4. Alright, we're getting somewhere. So we have 2 to the negative 4 times 4. Now to further simplify, we should remember that 4 is actually equal to 2 times 2. So in other words, 4 is 2 to the second power, 2 squared. So our expression simplifies to 2 to the negative 4 times 2 to the 2. So once again, we use the law of adding exponents. When we multiply exponents of the same base, those powers are added. So we have negative 4 plus 2. So the final power is 2 to the negative 2. And that is our answer. Now some people aren't really happy with the 2 to the negative 2 as an answer, but this is actually really easy to simplify. This is the basic steps of the calculation. 2 to the negative 2 is 1 over 2 squared, is 1 over 2 times 2 is 1/4. So that's an alternate answer. But anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.